Good morning, students. Students, do you remember third term chapter 4, the half lie lesson? I have already explained in the class. And in order to recollect this chapter, please watch this video.
Chapter 4 The Half Lie. Can you think about a time when you told a lie? Why did you do it? How did you feel? What happened? Did you do it to get out of trouble or did you do it to put someone in trouble? Let's read a story to know how one lie of a slave put both his master and mistress in trouble. Once upon a time, a merchant was walking through the market in Cairo when he saw a slave for sale. How much is this slave for? He asked. Only 600 pieces of silver, replied the slave dealer, for he has a single fault. What's that? Said the merchant. Why? Said the slave dealer. He always tells one lie a year. And if you buy him, you must put him up with one lie each year. Now the merchant loved a bargain. Only one lie a year, thought he. That isn't much. Most slaves tell many more. So did I. For that master, so he thought, Kafur, as the slave was called, took him home and set him to work. And for some months all went well. Kafur was cheerful and obedient and hardworking. On New Year's Day, the merchant and some of his friends rode out on their mules to a pretty flower garden a little way outside the city to celebrate. They took fruits and cakes with them, carpets to sit on, and musical instruments. Kafur went with them. At about midday, the merchant said to Kafur, Mount my mule and ride home. Ask my wife for more pistachio nuts and bring them back as fast as you can. Kafur set off, but as he drew near the merchant's house, he tore his clothes and began to howl out loud. Oh, my master, he sobbed. Oh, my poor master, what will become of us all now? Many people, old and young, heard and gathered round him, and they all went along with him to his master's house. When the merchant's wife heard the Kafur cries and howls and saw the crowd of people, she ran to the door. Oh, mistress! Screamed the slave, the tears running down his face. My poor master is dead. The old wall in which shade he was sitting with his friends fell suddenly and killed him all. Then the merchant's wife wept, and so did his daughters and all the women of the house, and all the women in the crowd ran in to comfort them. The merchant's wife ran through her home, and in despair she began breaking the windows and smashing the china plates just to show how much she loved her husband. That was often how people showed sorrow when the master of the house died. Come, Kafur, and help me mourn, called out the merchant's wife. And between them they pulled down shelves, broke crockery, tore the rich hangings, and smeared soot on the walls. Bang! Went a blue and gold china coffee pot upon the floor. Crash! And Kafur, with a sob, hurled his master's precious coffee cups through the window. Smash! He threw a little ebony with table inlaid with ivory after the coffee cup so that it broke into pieces in the courtyard. And all the while Kafur kept calling out, Oh, my poor master, my poor master. Kafur and the merchant's wife tore the gold embroidered cushion and ripped up the divans. Kafur, with a great tug, pulled down the high shelves which ran round the kitchen just under the roof, and clang, bang! All the green and blue china and silver and gold bowls on them fell to the floor and broke. Kafur worked with a will and ran all over the house, till soon the whole place was a ruin. with broken china, soot, and torn goods everywhere. Now, said the merchant's wife, let us go and fetch my poor husband. Body. She ran out of the house with all the people following her. As they went through the streets, more and more people began to join in. Kafur ran before them all and still howling and weeping and crying out, oh, my poor master, my poor master. Soon he had outdistanced all the others, so that he got to the garden first. With the huge crowd some way behind, then, though he still howled and wept, he began to cry out, oh, my poor mistress, my mistress, who will care for me now? His master, who was sitting peacefully with his friends, heard him. What's this? Said the merchant, standing up and looking very pale. What on earth has happened? Ah, my master, said Kafur, when I reached your house, I found that it had fallen down and that everyone inside it had been killed. My wife, said the merchant. Dead, cried Kafur. And the mule I loved to ride on? Crushed too, cried Kafur. And my son and my daughters? All dead, cried Kafur. And the sheep and the geese and the hens too. Then the merchant beat his chest and tore his fine clothes. His friends, when the herd, wept too, and they all started off towards the city. They had not gone for then. Of course, they met the merchant's wife and family and the huge crowd of the neighbors. Oh, are you safe? Cried the merchant's wife. Oh, how is it with you? Cried the merchant. Why, we are all right, said his wife. But Kafur came weeping and with his clothes torn and told us the wall of the garden had fallen upon you as you feasted. No, said the merchant. Kafur ran in here, weeping and crying, clothes torn and with dust on his head, and told us the house had fallen upon you and that you were all killed. Then they both turned on Kafur, who was still weeping and crying and beating his chest. How's this, you wretch? Said the merchant. You won't get off lightly. I can tell you, just wait till we get home, and then you will have a beating you won't forget. Oh, no, master, answered Kafur with a grin. They would not be fair. You bought me cheap because I had one fault, and you said you would put up with the consequences of my telling one lie a year. So far, this has only been half a lie. Before the end of the year, I will tell the other half. The merchant was furious. But all the bystanders agreed that it would not be fair for him to punish Kafur. When he got home and found his house in such a state and so much damage done, he remembered with horror that Kafur had talked about more lies before the year was out. Do you call this only half a lie? Yes, matter, said Kafur grinning. Why then, a whole lie of yours would wreck a city, or even two. You are not going to tell the other half here. I can tell you, I'd rather set you free. Be off out of my house at once.
I hope all understand the chapter. And now open page number 32, term 3 textbook, and see. Let's start writing. In 4th class I have explained about suffix. Do you remember, students? Suffix is a letter or group of words that creates a new word, right? So we have to add the letters at the end of the word. See here, comfort, we add able. So we got a new word, that is comfortable. So suffix r is a letter. We can add a letter, one or many letters. Where we have to add? At the end of the word. Okay. Then we will get a new word, that is suffix. See, punish. We added MEND. So we got punishment. So now see students, circle the correct suffixes that can be added to these words. Okay. So we have to circle. You can circle more. Okay. Not only one, you can circle more. Now see here, danger. What letters we can add here along with danger? Yes, OUS, right? So circle OUS. Now what word we got? Dangerous. Next see, pain. Pain, circle FUL, painful. Okay. Now what word we got? Painful. Next, suit. Suit. The suitable letters are ABLE, suitable. Next see, child ish, right? Childish. Circle it. Childish. Next, place. Place, mend, 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 placement. Next, appoint, appointment, appointment, MEND you have to circle, okay? And see students, next, use these words and phrases in sentences of your own. We have to write the phrases, or we have to use our own sentences. Okay. Now let's start. You can write your own if you know. For sale is the question. So we have to make a sentence. Shall we? Okay. There are many, MANY, many things. THE, sorry. THINGS, things, for sale, 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 full stop. So we have to start the sentence with a capital and end with a full stop. Okay. Next one, put up with. Put up with. Shall we write a sentence? Yes, you can write your own with put up with. Okay. See here. We find, FIND, find it difficult, DIFFICULT, difficult to put up, UP, up with, WITH, with dirt, DIRT, dirt. Okay, full stop. So what we got? We find it difficult to put on with dirt. Okay. Next one, see, a bargain. Bargain. With a bargain, we have to make a sentence. Okay. Let's start. Okay. We should, SHOULD, we should always, ALWAYS, we should always try, TRY, try for a good, GOOD, good bargain, BARGAIN, bargain. Okay, full stop. Okay, next one, join in. With this we have to make a sentence. Let's, LETS, let's all, 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 join, in, and and sing, sing, along him, along, along him, him. Okay, shall we read this sentence? Let's all join in and sing along him. That is the sentence we created. Next, consequences. With consequences, we have to make a sentence. Okay, see here, the consequences, consequences, consequences of lies, lies can be disasters, disastrous, disastrous. Okay, so we completed this exercise. Now next one is about punctuation. Use your dictionary, find 2 or more meanings for each of the following. So with the help of dictionary, we have to make 2 or more words. Okay, see here, deal, we have to make 2 or more. We can make 2 words. Okay, meanings we have to write. So deal, we can write meaning is distribute, 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 and the next meaning I found is bargain. Okay, bargain, bargain. The next one, see, slave. Slave means what? We already knows that. Slave means, yes, slave means servant. servant, servant. And also labor, labor, labor. Next, see students, bargain. Bargain means what? Meaning, okay, here we wrote no deal, bargain. So we can write deal also here. Bargain means deal, deal, deal. And another one is goodbye. Goodbye, G-O-O-D, good, B-U-Y, buy. Okay, and next one, gather. Gather means what? Yes, join, no? Gather, join, J-O-I-N, join. Next, another meaning is, yes, assemble, A-S-S-E-M-B-L-E, assemble. Okay, next one, see, master. Master means what, ma? Learn, right? Equal to symbol put and write L-E-A-R-N, learn. And also another one is superior, S-U-P-E-R-I-O-R, superior. Next, see, crowd. Crowd means what? Yes, so many people will be there. Gather, G-A-T-H-E-R-I-N-G, gathering, or cluster, C-L-U-S-T-E-R, cluster. Okay, and now see students, direct and indirect speech. So for direct speech we use what? Yes, when the reporting or principal verb is in the past tense, all present tense or the direct speech are changed into corresponding past tense. Of direct speech means what? If it is present, we will change into past tense. Okay, and see, let's start writing. See the question. Change the following into indirect speech. So this sentence is direct. But don't you know the way to your home? Asked I. This is direct sentence. We have to change this into indirect. Indirect means we are explaining this matter to someone. Okay. How they told like this. So we are explaining to someone, that is indirect. Okay. See here, how can we write? Huh? Okay. First of all, who said this? I. No. So I asked him. We have to write the subject here. I asked him. I asked him if he did not know 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 the way the WAY to his home. Home spelling what? HOME. Full stop. See here, direct speech sentence we changed into indirect. How can we change? First subject, who, subject, what? Yes, I asked him if he did not know the way to his home. Okay. Now, Mr. Gupta said, "Oh God, I am doomed." So, how can we change? Who, subject, what? Who said? Mr. Gupta. No. So, shall we start? Okay. Mr. Gupta, Gupta. Mr. Gupta exclaimed, CLAIMED. Exclaimed means said. Okay, exclaimed, calling on God, CALLING, calling on God, G always capital letter for God, that THAT, that he was doomed, DOOMED, full stop. Okay, see, who said? Mr. Gupta exclaimed, said. What he told? He called God, oh God, like that. So, calling on God, that he was doomed. Okay. Next, Ravi said, I shall call you as soon as possible. So, what is the subject here? Who? Ravi. So, shall we start? Okay. Ravi said that, SAID said that, 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 Ravi said that, he should, what did he said? He should, SHOULD, he should call me as soon, SON, soon as possible, POSSIBLE, possible. Okay, full stop. Next, my papa says we should respect our elders. So, who says? My papa. Shall we write? Very easy, students. English grammar is very easy. You have to understand how. Okay? See, my papa, papa says, SAYS says. What did he say? That. We have to add that for indirect. Always. That we should, SHOULD, we should respect, RESPECT, respect our, our elders, ELDERS, full stop. Next, he said to him, please don't leave me alone. So, who said here? Here this sentence is pleasing. No. So, it is a request. Right? So, we can write like this. He requested, REQUESTED. He requested him not to leave him alone. ALONE, alone, full stop. Next, he said to me, I often told you not to play with fire. So, who said? He, no? Shall we write? He said, he said, he said to me, he said to me that, T-H-A-T, that he had often, O-F-T-E-N, often told, T-O-L-D, told me not to play P-L-A-Y, play with fire, not to play with W-I-T-H, with fire, F-I-R-E, fire, full stop. Okay? Sit down, girls, said the teacher. Okay? Who? The teacher. So, we have to start with the teacher. Subject to the teacher, no. So, the teacher told, T-O-L-D, told whom? The girls, G-I-R-L-S, girls, to sit down, D-O-W-N, full stop. Next, turn the following into indirect speech. So, we have to turn to indirect speech. See, this is what? Direct speech. We have to change into indirect, okay? The man asked the girl where she lived. The man asked the girl where she lived. So, we have to write this into direct. The man said, S-A-I-D, said. For writing in direct speech, we have to give the comma. The man said. Next, inverted comma we have to give. What did he said? Where do you live? L-I-V-E, live. Girl, G-I-R-L, girl, question mark. Okay, and the inverted comma closed. Next, the lady inquired if he was now quite well again. First of all, we have to write the lady said. The lady, L-A-D-Y, the lady said, S-A-I-D, said, comma, the lady said, next inverted comma, what did she say? Are you now, N-O-W, now, quite, C-U-I-T-E, quite well, again, A-G-A-I-N, again, full stop and inverted comma closed. Next, also we have to give the question mark also, okay, not full stop. The king asked the philosopher whom he considered the happiest man living. So we have to write who here? The king. So we have to write the king, K-I-N-G, the king said, S-A-I-D, said, comma, what did the king said? The philosopher, P-H-I-L-O-S-O-P-H-E-R, the philosopher, inverted comma, whom, W-H-O-M, whom do you consider, C-O-N-S-I-D-E-R, consider the happiest, H-A-P-P-I-E-S-T, happiest man, M-A-N, man, living, L-I-V-I-N-G, okay, question mark and inverted comma closed, okay. Next, she asked me if I would accompany her, okay. Who here? She said, S-H-E, she said, S-A-I-D, said, comma, inverted comma, will you accompany 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 you you inverted comma and full stop. Okay, the girl said that she would go with us. So the girl, the girl, the girl said, said, comma, then inverted comma, I will come, come with with you you and comma closed, full stop. Next, Richie said that he wanted to be a soldier. So shall we change into direct? Yes. Richie, Richie said, said, comma, what did he say? I want, I want to be a soldier. SOLDIER and commas closed. Okay, and next page, see here students, this is a letter writing. Write a letter to a friend. Tell your friend about a lie you have told and what happened as the result. Okay, this page I will send the photo and you can copy this. Okay, it will take more time if you write. Okay, and open the practice book, students. Open the practice book, page number 5. Page number 5 meanings you have to copy from the textbook. And see Roman number K. Write opposites for the following. Pulled opposite is what? Pushed. Pulled, pushed. PUSHED, pushed. Next, daughter. Daughter opposite is son. SON, son. Next, 3. Mistress. Mistress opposite is mister. MISTER. Okay, next, weeping, laughing. LAUGHING, laughing. Circle the correctly spelled word. See ivory spelling, IVORY. Circle it. And next one, mourn, MOURN, mourn. Circle. See here, obedient. Obedient spelling is OBEDIENT. Obedient. Next, fourth one, wretch. Wretch spelling what? WRETCH. Okay, see the next Roman. Write true or false for the following. Merchant bought slave named John. Is this true, students, or false? Yes, it is false. The merchant slave name is not John. No, so this is false. Merchant's wife smashed china plates. Yes, this is true. So write T here. And next, Kafu told his sheep and geese all dead. Yes, this is correct statement. So give T. Slave told truth to merchant about his wife's death. False, no? So write. And everything practice book you have to copy from the textbook and complete it everything clearly and send to me in the WhatsApp group. Okay, students, have a nice day.